Alright guys, welcome back to another contemporary video. So it's the end of the year, so I wanted to make a tier list. I generally don't make tier lists because you get a lot of hate from the community if you fucking place their favorite characters in a wrong tier. But I said, fuck that, let's just do it. New year, new me, new YouTube channel system. So I already have a tier list that I made, just needed the few new characters to be added. I just didn't make a video. I had a tier list, but I just didn't make a video. So there is a tier list already made by the unofficial Reddit and the higher ups in our Jujutsu Kaisen community. Gigu and other people in the Discord community, they come up with the shit. It's a nice way to look at what you should prioritize. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my own tier list, how I feel about the units. There are some units Global does not have yet. So the new Gojo, obviously, and three characters that Global skip for the 120% YUJI, TODO, Sukuna, and MAHITO to be released so soon on Global. So I'm also going to put them in the tier list. I know their kits. I've seen showcases. They are fucking dope as fuck. So first, let me just put Megumi, the red Megumi. This guy is like number one S tier if you didn't know what he does. So this guy is a stat debuffer for red, and that's pretty massive because we have Yaga, he's a stat buffer, but we didn't have a good stat debuffer. So he debuffs both stats where it is. I think it's written here. Yep, Taijutsu and Jujutsu, that's physical and curse technique, and it is super good. He also does some damage. This guy is overall the best one. I think everyone should prioritize him, but just like Choso, he's going to be in the standard banner. So if you want to wait and just try your luck later on, if you have the patience, like me, I don't have much, but you would be golden. You don't need to waste your cubes on standard banner characters that are going to be in the standard pool eventually. Jogo, he is a nice curse technique damaging unit, but we already have a nice curse technique damaging unit in Nobara, so his value is not that high, but he is a newer version of Nobara with high damage ceiling, but Nobara still carries, so that's why he is in S plus, because Nobara, if you have Nobara, you don't need this guy, and he is also going to be in the standard banner. Kusakabe, holy shit, if they gave this guy one extra bit of thing in his kit, anything, one extra shit, this would be an S tier character for me. Kusakabe does so much. He buffs your team, he tanks for your team, he makes your teammates every one stronger defensively, and he counters. He's just too good, obviously for yellow only, but this is so good. If he had like debuffer ability, or I don't know if he has interruption skill like stun or something like that, but if he had like a debuffing ability like stat debuffer or damage taken increase on the enemy, this guy would have been an SS tier for me, but sadly he's an S plus, which is obviously SS, S plus. I think everyone should aim for those characters. S is like good to have and etc, but S and S plus and SS rank, you should get those. Blue Yuta, bro. Blue, you do not need to talk about Blue Yuta at all. This guy is just too good. He does Taijutsu. If you don't have Taijutsu damage dealing for blue type, which you won't have because the game does not have it yet, a good DPS, which is this blue Gojo, but this guy can still fill the role if you just don't use his ultimate. He can still do some nice chip damage on the boss, focused blue stages easily, but this guy's main focus is curse technique, and he does so much damage. 7 million skill 3 hits, goddamn, and he always has his ultimate. He has counter, he heals himself, he just does so much for a DPS, and that's like to pair him with this blue YUJI, and they will clear Taijutsu. Too good to have. So luckily I have him. Very nice. Red 120% YUJI. Holy shit, this guy's damage. Oh my god, I'm so bitter that I didn't get him, because the animation for this red YUJI is top tier. The voice acting, animation, the kit, oh my god. I don't want to go in depth in his kit because he has two modes, a dodge mode and a damage taken decrease mode, which is two separate things. He just does so much damage. That's all you need to know. In my opinion, if there was no yellow Sukuna, I would say this guy is an undisputed number one DPS for his typing in general also. But we have Sukuna. And let's get our Sukuna boy, yellow Sukuna, which I also don't have. He's the undisputed number 1. Before that, we had blue Sukuna, which his value skyrocketed in the ground 6 feet under because of stage restricting damage over time. This guy also does that, but his damage output, normal damage output, is too good. He nukes. He's a fucking nuclear bomb. God damn. But he's only a DPS. He doesn't have any other gimmick. Yeah, but this Sukuna won't die. He heals himself a lot. Todo. My glorious King Todo. I got him, but I still think he's S+. Only because we have this Teen Shoko and Joso, and this guy only supports one damage type, Taijutsu and Black Flash, which only is beneficial for this guy. And if you want him to be off typing, you can obviously put him on any team, but he will die because off type damage, they do like 150%, 200% extra damage to type disadvantage type characters on your team. But his buffs are still so good. He covers up for your main DPS if you have the best friend effect on them. Too good, too good. Oh my god, Mahito. This Mahito is OP. Let me just pull him up. Mahito. This is the character that I'm aiming for in this celebration. Best character. Holy shit. I don't know what they were thinking making this team. I think they were having a blast because his kit is to chef kiss. He does both type of damage, so that means he's usable. He will do damage in every damage type, obviously for rare. That is, if a stage restricts taijutsu and only wants you to use jujutsu, because he does taijutsu and jujutsu both, he will still do taijutsu damage and jujutsu damage together. So he bypasses that. I recently got to know that, and I already had Mahito in S tier, but because of this knowledge, if I ever make a top 10, this guy will be number 1 for now. But making top 10 in this type of game, it's a little different because there are so many variables you need to consider, because a support can be the best. I mean, this guy is a support, but he also does damage, so he's like an undisputed number 1 in my opinion, in my books. But he also has 2 modes like every other character in this celebration. He does Black Flash. He is a support. He increases damage received on the enemy. So domain Gojo's value is lost a little. That's why he's an S+ and not SS in my opinion. And he just looks too good. He's cool as sick, and I hope I get him early when he drops. He might come so around 1st Jan or 2nd Jan, Thursday, Friday. So good luck if you are going to pull for him, and I hope you get him. So final character, domain expansion in 0.2 seconds. This guy is SS. Like I think this is going to be the hottest take in this community right now, having him number 1. If, like I said, if I had a top 10 for this game, Mahito will be number 1, and this boy will be like close number 2, because let me just pull him up. Alright, so I guess there is no card art file. That's alright. I don't know why people are so bitter about this just because he leaves. I mean, if he didn't leave, he would be number 1 in the game, and I think because of that they wanted to restrict him a bit. That's why he still leaves after 11 turns. But the shit he does in those 11 turns is like no one can do. His break damage is so high. You break the enemy, break the boss so quickly that you get free turns to stall. In break state, obviously the boss doesn't do anything, so you have free turns, you have some breathing time. He also has domain expansion, just like our red domain expansion Gojo. 2 turns stun, and for 1 extra turn, there's a chance that the boss is stunned again. So break stun, normal stun, infinite void stun, and he also increases damage taken for enemies by 150% for 3 turns. And when he leaves, where is his auto skill? So when he leaves, he increases all stats, both the stats for all your allies by 60% for 4 turns. He stuns, he stops the enemy from doing anything. He buffs, he debuffs, he does so much damage, he Black Flash, he heals himself so he doesn't die. He does so much. If he didn't leave the field, I think he would be too broken for this game, which I would have loved. I'm not against that, but I understand why they still kept him with that restriction, but goddamn, he still does so much, and I don't know why people are not looking at that. They're just ignoring the fact what Gojo does. He does so much. So this is going to be my end of year last tier list for the year. Let me know what you feel about that. If you have any gripe about some characters placement like this domain Gojo, let me know in the comment section. Join the Discord. We can have a chat there. We can argue there because that's easier to talk. But other than that, I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So let me know how you feel about this tier list, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching and take care. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.